I don't think anyone's really considering him to even, be Hello and welcome to this week's Mailbag. I'm Doug Kyde. If you have a question for me, tweet it to me at Doug Kyde using the hashtag MailDoug, and I will try to answer it. This is the final Mailbag video until training camp, though, so you might have to wait until late July for me to answer your next question. But let's get off to a good start here with Jakob, who asks, player that you think can be the biggest shocker in the final 53-man roster, aka the guy that no one is even considering fighting for a spot right now, but you think can make it. Linebacker Calvin Munson would be my guy here. I don't think that anyone thinks that Munson can make the roster just because of a lot of the bodies there at linebacker. They've got the starters there with Dante Hightower and Kyle Van Noy. Jawan Bentley and Jamie Collins are kind of fighting for that third starting spot. They've still got Elandon Roberts, Brandon King, linebacker, special teams player. But I do think the Patriots liked what they saw from Munson last year when he was on their practice squad. And he was a starter as a rookie, an undrafted rookie with the Giants back in 2017. So he does have some playing experience. I think that he could find his way onto the roster, if there's some injuries there during training camp or during the preseason, either at linebacker or at another spot. I think that he's a versatile guy, play inside, play outside, and rush the passer a little bit. So we'll see if he can make it, but I think he at least has a shot. Second question here comes from Andrew Smith, who asks, what do you think about Michael Roberts? Can he be an upgrade to our tight end group? The Patriots traded for Michael Roberts on Thursday, got him from the Detroit Lions for a conditional 2020 7th round pick. So I think that just the fact that they only had to give up a conditional 7th round pick, a future conditional 7th round pick, shows that he's certainly not a lock to make the roster. I think that he will be competing for a spot with the other tight ends on the roster, guys like Matt LaCosse, Ben Watson, Andrew Beck, Steven Anderson, Ryan Izzo. I think that Matt LaCosse is the closest thing to a lock, him and Ben Watson, but I actually think that this is a pretty wide open group. I really wouldn't be surprised if any of these guys wound up after the 2019 season with the most receiving yards. Like I said, I think that LaCosse will probably be the guy. Maybe Ben Watson, he showed a good chemistry with Tom Brady during the spring practices, but Michael Roberts, I should say, certainly will be in the mix. Wasn't a great receiving threat with the Lions, but maybe he can get that going here in New England. Quickly, last question, Ben Bloom asks, is this the deepest the secondary has ever been in the Belichick era? Maybe, but 2014 was pretty deep as well. That's when they still had Darrelle Revis, Brandon Brown, or they had Logan Ryan at the time, who was really buried deep down on the depth chart. They had Kyle Arrington. Their safety group still included, all the guys that like Jaron Harmon, Devin McCourty, Patrick Chung. Dave Ebner was still around at that point, or he was there at that point. Tavon Wilson. So it's between 2014 and 2019. Let's wait to answer this question until we see who actually makes the 2019 roster, but it's certainly looking good there with Stephon Gilmore, J.C. Jackson, Jason McCourty, Jonathan Jones, Duke Dawson, and some guys that I probably forgot.